Are you looking for your dream holiday retreat, an investment property, or a full-time move to the Mediterranean? You're in the right place. Welcome to Sicily, where it's easy to find a home with a view, a story, and a little bit of Mediterranean magic.
I bought my house for $24,000. With the renovation, total all in was about $56,000 for my house, and now I own it outright.
I'm with my friend Amanda from Amanda in Italy TikTok channel. And Amanda, where are we at today?
Today we're here in Salemi, Sicily. It's a small Sicilian town just 45 minutes outside of Palermo Airport. This town has just under 10,000 people in it, but it's a beautiful historic medieval town. We do have a castle up the way, and this is where I bought my house about a year and a half ago.
All right, and you're going to give us a tour of your house. I love even this alleyway. Look at this.
There's so much history here in this town. The door that you were just looking at is actually a former palace. So I live across the way from a former palace that's been around for about 500 years.
Tell me about your archway.
So these properties were built in stages. So the bottom floor here would have been built in the 1800s, and then the top floors were added later in the 1900s. So you could see 1803 is when this arch was built. Potentially even earlier than that, because this gate was added later. Probably within the last 15 years, this gate's been added. So come on in.
All right.
Pardon the mess, but this is our courtyard.
How many apartments?
We have 8 at the moment. It's great. It's an international community, so we have a number of people. We have from Russia, Sweden, Estonia, Sicilian, American. It's constantly evolving. So we have a really great international community here. So
I love your door on your apartment.
this here is my house right in front of us. The original details, I did not add that. I just refinished it. So when you come inside, so I will say I call out that my house, it's done in 2 parts. So the bottom part here was built in the 1800s, and stone that old should not be covered in plaster. So if you see this little situation here, it's because this stone, it needs to breathe. And so it's rejecting the plaster right now. But I think that's a happy accident, because I'm going to take all the plaster off and hopefully just expose the stone. So right now, yes, that's my coats and my shoes, and of course the essentials. I have a wine fridge for when it's a really nice day out in the courtyard. We have pizza night that we host quite frequently.
Yeah. I love the marble floors.
These are all original. I didn't have to do anything to those whatsoever. That I did paint.
Yeah.
But a little paint goes a long way. This is the first floor. So this is my living room, and eventually I'll add a dining room table over there. But right now this is just really cozy living room. This is a pull-out couch for when I have guests, of course. This is original. This little cutout here, I just added the shelving. That's a local carpenter that created those for me. I have a small balcony here. Yes, I did add those. It does get quite warm in Sicily, so in the summertime it's nice to have air conditioning. This is my kitchen. We renovated the kitchen. It was a different layout originally, so it's a little bit more modern now.
Are you on gas, or do you have the bottle?
I have a bombola, so it's down here. I know some people on the internet are going to say that's a fire hazard, but this is normal. This is typical how we do it. So my oven is electric, but my stovetop is gas. I do have another doorway here, because this used to actually be separated into 2 different houses. Yeah.
Okay, let's continue on.
Okay, so let me take you upstairs. I have storage that I put in here. So that local carpenter added these, which was really nice. He did all my doors up here too.
That's good, I like that a lot.
The biggest part of my renovation is this. So originally, my bathroom was in here, and if you could only imagine, it was a bathtub, a sink, a toilet, and a bidet, all in this small little space here. So what we did, we moved the bathroom over here.
Got a nice big bathroom with a large shower.
A little little bit more modern, comfortable, and I know the internet might get mad, but I did take out the bidet. Don't hate me. The Italians will wind up when they hear.
Okay, and this is your master bedroom.
And then, yes, this is my bedroom here. It doesn't have all the furniture, but you know, the biggest thing that I needed is the wardrobes. Houses in Italy do not come with closets, so you do have to add wardrobes. So I have some big ones there, and got some things used from the Mercatino, which is nice. You can get really great antiques around here. So same with my chandelier that was used. I bought that at a Mercatino as well. That's one of my favorites with the little ladies on it.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And then up until recently we had scaffolding because all of my neighbors were all foreigners and were all renovating. So you can see they were doing the tile work this morning. Actually, they were just finishing it. It's going to be beautiful.
Can you tell me how much you bought this for, how much the renovations cost, so we'll know the total price?
Yes, so I bought my house for $24,000. The closing cost and agent fees added another $4,000. So the cost of the house at closing was $28,000. With the renovation, and the biggest part of the renovation was actually moving the bathroom from one place to another. That was probably half the cost of the renovation. Renovation added another $28,000. So total all in was about $56,000 for my house, and now I own it outright. There's no mortgage, there's no property taxes, because here in Italy, if this is a primary residence, you don't pay property taxes. So all in, this is my house for $56,000.
Tell me, well, we're talking about residency. Some people are coming here, they're staying here for 3 months on a tourist visa,
Yes.
leaving, then coming back another 3 months, and they're here 6 months a year.
Yes.
But as a resident, tell me about that.
So you could do the shuffle as you're describing, but as for myself, I'm here on a visa. So a visa allows you to stay here 365 days a year. I'm on the elective residency visa. There's student visa, working visa, elective residency visa, investor visa. There's a number of visas, but the long-term visa allows you to then apply for residency. Residency then overtakes the visa. So I no longer have to keep approving my visa every year. I approve residency every year. So once you are a resident, then you have no property taxes, because as a first-time home buyer, primary residence, one of the perks of being a resident.
And let's talk cost of living, like maybe utilities and what you typically spend in a month.
It really depends on your lifestyle. Everyone's different, right? If you like to travel a lot, if you like to go out to eat a lot, it's going to depend person to person. For myself, I can comfortably live on about 1,000 to 1,200 euros per month, which is about, we'll say about 1,150 to 1,300 US dollars per month. My highest bill that I do have is electricity. Electricity is the highest bill. And that averages about $200 per month throughout the year. So that's my highest bill, but everything else. So within that, 1,100, 1,300, that includes everything. Health insurance, car insurance, gas for the car, internet, phone line.
Everything.
Plus, groceries and going out to eat and everything. So it's very affordable.
Let's do a couple of examples. How much is a cappuccino?
Oh, a cappuccino, I think, is around €1.50.
How about a bottle of wine?
So it depends on what your taste level, of course. We have higher, expenses, but I will say, so at the grocery, my favorite bottle of wine is about $3. But there's another. Once you're here long enough, you learn how the locals do it, and you can buy 3 liters. I don't know if you saw it in my kitchen. 3 liters of like homemade Sicilian wine. It cost me €3 today, so that's about
3 liters per.
That's the equivalent of 4 bottles of wine.
Wow. How about a typical meal out?
We went out to eat yesterday. What did it cost us? About, including wine. We had pasta, salad, and wine. It cost, about $20.
Yeah.
$20, yeah.
And where do people find you if they want to find out more about Italy?
On my TikTok channel, I try at this point, because I've been here for a year and a half, right? So now I'm helping other people do the same thing that I did. So I do work with my real estate agent. If you follow me, you know I show all these affordable homes. That's how I found my neighbor over here, by showing this home. So I'm on TikTok. It's Amanda in Italy, or ABC_U_in_Italy. Or you can find me on my YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook, and it's all ABCU in Italy.
If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. Sharing the video and leaving a comment helps support the channel so that I can keep bringing you free videos. You might also like my neighborhood tour videos and cost of living guides here on Living Overseas TV.